Let's start with this breathing exploration today. It's a 15 minutes practice. And I would say more of an exploration, exploring your breath, noticing your breath in different parts of your body. And we'll be lying down on a mat. You can also be lying down on your bed. I like to have a pillow, not two, but one under my head. So I'm just slightly elevated. And then I think that's all you need for this practice. But if you like to use something else, or you're welcome to use whatever you need today. It's a diaphragmatic breathing practice. So it's a three-part breath where we use our hands to direct our breathing. And as soon as we are starting to noticing in our body where we're breathing, where we're moving, how that feels for us, we're going into a somatic practice, right? It's more of noticing and really paying attention. So I will be going down to my mat, lying down, using one pillow. You can use thicker pillow. I don't think too thick of a pillow is necessary. It's nice to have your shoulders kind of on the edge of your pillow here. And then, so not just your head. And then your feet are on the floor, knees are bent. And I'm just gonna take my glasses off. So first, just let your hands rest on your bed or on the floor or on your yoga mats. And just settle into lying down. Notice the connection between yourself and the mat underneath you or your bed. And just notice your breath. And just no judgment, or doesn't have to be a certain way. Just noticing, how are you breathing? Where are you breathing? Do you notice that you're breathing faster or very slow? How does it change to even pay attention to how you're breathing? Does that change your breath? Just noticing. Use my timer to make sure we're not here for longer than we plan to. And then from this, lying down on your back, resting form, when you feel settled in, when you feel your back is resting on the mat, you're not trying to engage anything, you're just lying and breathing. And from this, whenever you feel ready, placing your hands on your belly. And now, notice if you can move your hands with your belly, with your breath. Maybe on the inhale, notice your hands moving away from you. And on the exhale, your hands are coming closer, or actually your belly is relaxing. So your hands are moving up and down with your breath. You don't need to force anything, just notice your hands moving with your breath. Your shoulders are relaxed, your back is relaxed, your face is relaxed. You're just breathing towards your belly, and your hands are moving up and down. Keep going at your own pace, breathing, noticing your hands moving up and down. A few more breaths here. Breathing into your belly. Perhaps when you're focusing on breathing towards your belly, moving your hands up and down, you notice maybe it's changing a little bit. Maybe your hands move a little further away. Maybe not. Just noticing if you notice a difference when you pay attention to your breath. Two more belly breaths here. When you're complete with the last two breaths of your belly breathing, let your hands relax wherever you like. And just notice your breath for a moment. Maybe you already notice a difference, maybe not. A few more breaths here. Up from here, moving your hands to your lower ribs, a little bit to the side of your body, to your lower ribs, a little bit to the side of your body. You don't have to put pressure, just let your hands rest on your lower ribs, a little bit towards the side of your body. And then breathe towards your hands again. And maybe you notice your ribs expanding and contracting. Maybe just a millimeter. Maybe you don't notice it. It doesn't matter. Just noticing or just paying attention to breathing towards your hands. Breathing towards your hands. Maybe you notice some movement into your lower ribs. Your own pace, moving or breathing towards your hands. that are just resting on your lower ribs, a little bit to the outside. Maybe you notice you can move your hands, maybe not. This is just an exploration of breathing towards different parts of your body. This might be the first time you explore this, so this might be different. This might be maybe even a little bit like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do, or I don't know how this works. That's okay. It's just an exploration of breathing towards your hands. A few more breaths here. Notice your shoulders are still relaxed. Your face is relaxed. You're only breathing towards your hands or trying to breathe towards your hands without a lot of effort. Be two more here. And then when you're ready or when you're done, let your arms or hands rest wherever you like and come back to your breathing. Maybe you notice a difference. Maybe you notice there's no difference. That is also a possibility. This is just an exploration. We're all different. Our bodies are different. Some of us have a little experience with breathing practices, some of us don't. So don't worry about doing it right. Just think about, I'm just paying attention to my breath for a moment today. That's all you need to do. Sometimes that's all we need to do for only one breath. And when you're ready, bringing your hands to your collarbones. And again, just let them just gently rest. No pressing, no forcing. If this is hard for you because your elbows are just hanging here, maybe we can take a moment to, if you like to have some pillows under your upper arms to make this a little bit more or easier or less of an effort, we'll just wait a moment. So it's important in breathing exercises that you feel supported, that you can relax and no forcing. So take a moment, get comfortable, relax your shoulders, notice your back and your soles of your feet resting on a mat underneath you or your bed. And when you feel ready, as your hands or your fingers are resting on your collarbones. And then again, breathing towards your hands. This might be harder for you. This might be easier for you. We're all different. We're all breathing a little bit different during the day. So just see how this is. Exploring, breathing towards your collarbones, breathing towards your hands. Maybe you notice your hands moving a little. Maybe not. That's also possible. Towards your fingertips that are lightly resting onto your collarbones. Few more breaths here. Maybe two more. You're completed those last two and you feel ready. Let your hands rest wherever you like. Maybe on your belly, maybe on the floor, maybe on your mattress, on your mat. And take a moment to notice your breathing. Did your breathing change after doing this breath exploration? Maybe you notice a difference from when we started this practice today, maybe not. Take a few breaths here before moving to a seated position. You're also welcome to stay here, lying down for longer. Time. Whenever you feel ready to roll onto your side for a moment, taking a moment here. I always like to keep my eyes closed, but you're welcome to open your eyes or keep them closed as well. And then slowly coming into seated form or stay lying down. I'll just my glasses on and then take a moment. If you're seated, take a moment. Perhaps putting your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your left hand. And bowing your head slightly if you like. And acknowledge yourself for taking time out of your day to pay attention to your breath. We're breathing all day, but we don't always pay attention. We don't always notice how it feels to breathe and to move your breath in different parts of your body, to use your diaphragm in all directions. So thank yourself for that. And I like to thank all of you for doing this breath journey with me today. Thank you so much.